5% of resident doctors were on strike.
On both sides, we've had to cancel procedures, whether or not that's outpatient procedures or operations. Fortunately, the numbers are relatively small. At Wolverhampton, it's less than 2%, and at Walsall, it's around 7%. But those patients will all be getting new appointments and rescheduling appointments in the near future.
There was a critical incident at the Royal Stoke University Hospital last week. Amid action today, bosses said they were working to ensure essential services continued. The message from the NHS is still to turn up for planned appointments and surgery and use A&E if necessary. Also consider services like NHS 111, pharmacies and GPs. Jan Riddle, BBC Midlands Today.
3 people have been arrested on suspicion of murder after a man was stabbed to death in an alleyway in Cheltenham. The victim, in his 40s, died at the scene in the St Paul's area yesterday. Police are questioning 2 teenagers and a man. 3 others have been arrested on suspicion of assisting an offender. A man's been arrested on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving following a fatal hit-and-run crash in Birmingham. It happened yesterday on Soho Road in Handsworth. A 54-year-old man died at the scene. A 47-year-old woman remains in hospital with leg injuries. Officials from the Environment Agency say they're investigating several suspected illegal waste sites in Worcestershire. Mountains of industrial rubbish has piled up in areas like Evesham and in 2 villages, including Peopleton near Pershore. Tom Edwards has been to find out more.
It's been called an environmental horror. Mountains of dumped rubbish, and it's just one of the suspected illegal waste sites that's under investigation across Worcestershire.
This has come from my tenant, and it seems to be brick waste mixed with wood. It's got to go, the site will be cleared.
Carl Powell owns this site. He says he rents the land out.
I hadn't been up here for quite a long time. About a month ago, I came up. The village seemed quite upset about it, but I do feel that they are over the top with it. But I'm on it, and we're hoping to get it resolved and carry on here, perhaps in a smaller way.
He claims he's doing what he can to get on top of the problem. Down the road in the centre of Peopleton, I met with some local residents at the church. They didn't want to be identified, but say they're concerned about what's being dumped there and how the material's being processed.
It's very close to the village. So the village then have cars covered in dust. People have to close their windows and doors so it doesn't come in. And it is, we don't know what's in there, but it's got to be some form of pollution which just goes on unabated day after day.
The Environment Agency says it's investigating several locations in South Worcestershire, including this one, for the dumping of suspected illegal waste, with Mr Powell saying within months people will see a visible difference. Tom Edwards, BBC Midlands Today, Peopleton.
Hundreds of people have taken part in a popular open-air carol service in Shrewsbury tonight. Crowds gathered in the historic town centre for Carols in the Square, the 30th year the event's been held. Organised by the Town Council, it was hosted by BBC Radio Shropshire and featured Shrewsbury Brass Band and Male Voice Choir. The service was streamed online, attracting viewers as far afield as Canada and Australia. Bet they got a bit wet, bless them, but let's see if the prospects for tomorrow are any better. Here's Shafarlie.
Good evening. Well, it was a day of 2 halves. We started off with sunshine and fiery sunrises, but it all deteriorated into cloud and some heavy bursts of rain with quite strong winds. And we've got more of that to come later this week, but Friday's not too bad. It should be dry with a good deal of sunshine around. But at the moment, we've still got some more rain to get through. It's this front that's clearing eastwards, and then after that, we've got another system. It's that trailing cold front that pushes up from the south tomorrow. So here we have it. We've got all of this rain, some heavy pulses. It moves out of the way by the early hours, and then we've got clear skies for a time with clouds thickening up ahead of that next system towards the end of the night. Lows of about 7 to 9 Celsius, so it's quite a mild night compared to last night. But then, although a dry start tomorrow, we will see that rain pushing up quite quickly during the morning and into the afternoon. Highs of 12.
More of the same then. We're back in BBC Breakfast from 6 tomorrow morning from the late team though. Have a peaceful night.